So in Yoga Nidra, what we are doing is attaining a state of consciousness that is what's called in the yogic scientific literature a hypno-yogic state. So it's not hypnosis, but it's not pure active consciousness. It is a very dormant awakeness, if that kind of makes sense, right? You're in this trance. And so in that trance, you're in the edit mode for your unconscious mind. So this is where a Sankalpa comes in. So a Sankalpa is a resolve that you put in there. And then I don't know how to explain this except in this way. So when I work with a patient who has anxiety and they have this subconscious programming, when we have a therapeutic breakthrough, which there's tons of evidence for, right? So even Freud noticed this, that you have to activate the emotion in psychotherapy. Like my patient that I talked about a while ago who was like, comes in, he talks about how he's depressed, didn't do shit for him. What we have to talk about is why he's angry, how he's been screwed in life, all the people that he's angry. So then once that emotional energy activates, we become one-pointed, we activate that energy in the unconscious, and then if we vent it out, it disappears. That's how you burn away the things, by letting them out.
And in Nidra, is there an opportunity for emotion? It's a deeply relaxed but mind-active state.
No. Yeah. So you don't want emotion in Nidra. You are actually, so emotion collapses a scattered mind to one point. But there is a state of consciousness even beyond one-pointedness that we use in studying, where if you talk to people who like engage in not even the flow state, but beyond the flow state. So there are people who like the best, I know it's going to sound hokey, but people who like channel divinity. That I think divine is the best scientific term. So there are some human beings, and everyone has experienced this, where like you're not you, you're like something else.
Tell me more.
I think the Greeks thought of genius is not a person, is like something you channel.
Something coming through somebody.
Something coming through.
We see this, I think, most readily in musicians.
Musicians, athletes, right? So there's sometimes, like I work with like esports athletes, and some of them know that they're going to win. They see the game that they're going to play, and they know exactly what's going to happen. And the crazy thing, it's not a calculation, it's an intuition. I'm sure that on some level they're calculating. So we call this stuff divine. I'm not saying it's divine. I'm not saying it comes from God. I'm saying that the subjective experience is qualitatively fundamentally different from like a regular logical experience. So this is a state of mind that is even beyond emotion.